We live inside a vessel that carries us through our entire existence, yet we often treat it as a foreign object, a machine to be fixed rather than a sacred home to be understood. The deepest regrets are not the things we did, but the wisdom we failed to hear from within our own selves. A lifetime of unheard whispers, until now. Watch until the end, because the final secret is not a secret at all, it is the key. Body listening. We are surrounded by noise. The external world constantly demands our attention, shouting its opinions, its expectations, its deadlines. It pulls our awareness outwards, so far away from our own center that we can spend a lifetime without ever truly meeting ourselves. We learn to listen to everything and everyone, except the one voice that matters most, the quiet, steady communication of our own body. This is the first wisdom that so many wish they had cultivated earlier. It is not a complex technique. It is simply the art of returning your attention inward. It is the practice of sitting in stillness and asking not with words, but with gentle focus. What are you feeling? Your body has a language all its own. It is a language of sensation, of tension, of release, of warmth, of coolness. It does not speak in logical sentences. It communicates in the poetry of feeling. For decades, many experience this communication only when it becomes a scream, the scream of pain, of discomfort, of illness. We are taught to view these signals as a failure, a breakdown of the machine. We seek to silence the scream with a pill, a procedure, a distraction. We declare war on the very messenger that is trying to guide us back to balance. The path to mastery begins when you stop fighting the messenger and start learning its language. Imagine your body is a cherished, ancient garden. You would not tend to it by ignoring it until the weeds have choked the flowers and the soil is cracked and dry. You would visit it daily. You would feel the moisture of the earth. You would observe which plants need more sunlight, which need more shade. You would listen to its subtle needs. This is the same relationship we must cultivate with our physical selves. The journey of aging is not a process of decay. It is a process of refinement, and it requires a more refined level of listening. The body's needs change, its rhythms shift. To ignore these changes is to work against nature itself, and this is a source of immense and unnecessary suffering. This practice of body listening is a moving of your identity from being only in the mind to being fully inhabiting your entire being. Close your eyes for a moment. Can you feel the subtle energy in your hands without looking at them? Can you feel the gentle rise and fall of your abdomen with each breath? This is not thinking about your body, it is being in your body. This is the foundation. Without this, any act of self-care is merely a superficial gesture. You can apply the most expensive creams in the world, but if your awareness is not present, if you are not truly with yourself in that moment, it is a hollow ritual. The first secret then is to become the gentle, patient gardener of your own sacred vessel. It asks for nothing but your quiet, loving attention. This is a skill that deepens with time, transforming the experience of living inside your skin from one of conflict to one of beautiful, resonant harmony. Energy cultivation. There is a force within you, an invisible river of life that animates your every cell. Some traditions call it chi, some call it prana, others simply call it life energy. The name is not important. What is important is the understanding that this energy flows, and the quality of your life is deeply connected to the quality of this flow. In youth, this river is often a powerful, roaring torrent. It is abundant, sometimes chaotic, and we can be careless with it because it seems inexhaustible. We push our bodies to the limit, we deprive ourselves of rest, and the river continues to flow. But as we travel further along the path of life, the nature of this river changes. It may not roar as loudly, but it can become something even more powerful, a deep, steady, and wise current. The great misunderstanding in modern culture is the belief that we must fight to maintain the roaring torrent of youth. We see the quieting of this energy as a loss, a decline. This perspective is the root of a great struggle. It is like demanding a mighty oak tree in autumn to produce the fresh, green buds of spring. It is a violation of the natural order. The wisdom lies not in forcing the energy of the past, but in cultivating the energy of the present. Your energy has not vanished, it has transformed. It has become more refined, more internal. The work is to learn how to sense it, guide it, and preserve it. The most direct and accessible tool for this cultivation is your own breath. Your breath is the bridge between the material and the immaterial, between your physical body and your energetic body. It is the one vital function that is both automatic and under your conscious control. In this choice lies your power. When your breath is shallow, frantic, and locked in the chest, your energy becomes scattered and depleted. When your breath is deep, slow, and originates from the center of your body, from the abdomen, your energy becomes grounded, consolidated, and revitalized. This is not just a theory, it is a direct, felt experience. The practice is disarmingly simple. It requires no equipment, only intention. Take a moment to place a hand on your lower abdomen. As you inhale, invite the breath to travel all the way down, allowing your belly to gently expand like a soft balloon. As you exhale, allow it to gently fall back towards your spine. Do not force it, simply guide it. With each conscious deep breath, you are no longer leaking your vital energy through stress and distraction. Instead, you are gathering it, centering it, and recirculating it throughout your vessel. This practice, performed for just a few minutes each day, is a profound act of intimate self-care. It calms the nervous system, clarifies the mind, and nourishes the deep energetic reserves that are so crucial in the later chapters of life. It is the difference between a candle flickering wildly in the wind, about to be extinguished, and a well-tended lamp that burns with a steady, warm, and illuminating flame. This is the cultivation that allows for a vibrant and graceful journey. Embracing cycles. Our modern world is obsessed with the linear. It celebrates endless growth, upward mobility, and perpetual progress. It views life as a straight line moving from a lesser state to a better one. This mindset, when applied to a human life, is a recipe for deep dissatisfaction because a human life is not linear, it is cyclical. Like the moon, we wax and we wane. Like the earth, we move through seasons. The failure to understand and honor these cycles is one of the greatest sources of inner turmoil, especially as we age. We are taught to fight the cycles, to resist the natural transformations, to cling to a single season as if it were the only one of value. Think of the seasons of a tree. In spring, it bursts forth with tender leaves and blossoms. It is a time of vibrant, expressive, and outward energy. This is youth. In summer, the leaves are full and green. The tree provides shade and fruit. It is a time of strength, of doing, of providing. This is maturity. But then comes autumn. The leaves turn to gold and crimson, a spectacular display of letting go. The tree is not dying. It is wisely withdrawing its energy from the extremities, pulling its life force back towards its core, its roots. It is preparing. And then comes winter. The tree stands bare, seemingly lifeless to the untrained eye. But it is in this season that the most important work is being done. The roots are deepening, gathering strength from the earth, resting, consolidating. It is a time of profound inner power and stillness. Our society tells us to fear autumn and despise winter. It tells us that being a bare tree is a failure. It sells us endless products and promises to help us glue the leaves back on, to pretend it is forever summer. This is an exhausting and futile battle. The deep wisdom, the secret to grace and peace, lies in embracing the season you are in. The post-60 years of a woman's life are not an eternal winter of loss. They are the season of the deep roots. The frantic outward energy of spring and summer has receded, and in its place comes a different kind of power. The power of wisdom, of stillness, of seeing the world from a place of profound understanding. The intimate changes that occur in the body are not a betrayal. They are the physiological manifestation of this energetic shift. The body is simply aligning itself with the current season. To embrace this is to find liberation. You are no longer fighting yourself. You are no longer measuring yourself against a younger version of who you were. You are inhabiting the beauty and strength of your current reality. Menopause is not the end of womanhood. It is the gate to a new and powerful phase of it. The phase of the elder, the sage, the one who no longer needs to prove anything to the world because her value is self-evident and internal. This acceptance changes everything. The frantic energy of fighting a losing battle is transformed into a serene and potent presence. You begin to embody the quiet, unshakable dignity of the winter tree, holding a promise of future springs not through frantic effort, but through deep, trusting, and peaceful rest. Inner stillness. The landscape of our inner world is often a storm. Thoughts, memories, worries, and plans swirl like a relentless blizzard, obscuring our vision and draining our spirit. We spend so much of our lives caught in this mental weather, identifying with it so completely that we believe we are the storm. This inner noise creates a profound sense of disconnection, not only from the world around us, but more importantly, from our own true self, and by extension, from any possibility of true intimacy with our own body. When the mind is a chaotic marketplace, there is no space for the subtle whispers of the body to be heard. There is no space for peace. The path to intimate self-care is inseparable from the cultivation of inner stillness. This is not about forcing your thoughts to stop. That would be like trying to command the ocean to cease its waves, a frustrating and impossible task. Instead, it is about finding the place within you that is already still, the quiet awareness that exists behind the noise. It is the sky that holds the weather. The storm may pass, the clouds may gather and disperse, but the vast silent sky remains untouched. Your consciousness, your true essence is this sky. The thoughts are merely clouds. Learning to rest in this awareness is the key. This inner stillness is the prerequisite for all forms of deep connection. How can we connect with our own physical sensations if our mind is lost in a story about yesterday or a fear about tomorrow? The body exists only in the present moment. To meet it, to listen to it, to care for it, we must also arrive in the present moment. This is where practices like meditation or simple mindfulness become not just spiritual extras, but essential tools for well-being. The act of sitting, even for 5 minutes, and simply noticing your breath, noticing the sounds in the room without judgment, is an act of training. You are training your attention to come back home, to rest in the stillness of the here and now. This practice transforms our relationship with ourselves. The constant self-criticism, the narrative of not good enough, the replaying of regrets, all of this begins to quiet down. In the space that opens up, self-acceptance can finally take root. True intimacy with oneself is not about achieving a perfect body or a flawless state of being. It is about being able to be with yourself exactly as you are in this moment, with kindness and without judgment. This is a profound gift to give yourself, especially after decades of societal pressure and self-recrimination. From this place of inner quiet, a new kind of vitality emerges. It is not the loud, frantic energy of the storm, but the deep, quiet, and immense power of the sky. It is a peace that becomes the very ground upon which a graceful, connected, and truly intimate later life can be built. Sacred rituals. Our lives are composed of small, repeated actions. The way we wake, the way we wash, the way we eat, the way we prepare for sleep. For most people, these actions are performed on autopilot. They are mundane chores to be completed as quickly as possible, our minds already rushing ahead to the next task. We are physically present, but our awareness is somewhere else entirely. This is a missed opportunity of immense proportions. The final secret, the one that weaves all the others together, is the transformation of these mundane actions into sacred rituals. It is the art of infusing the ordinary with the extraordinary power of your full presence. A ritual is not about elaborate ceremony. It is about intention and awareness. It is the difference between mindlessly showering and the ritual of cleansing. In the first, you are just getting a job done. In the second, you bring your attention to the feeling of the water on your skin. You feel it washing away not just the physical grime, but perhaps also the mental and emotional burdens of the day. You are fully present in the act. You have elevated a simple chore into a moment of profound self-connection and renewal. This is the practice that makes body listening, energy cultivation, embracing cycles, and inner stillness a living, breathing reality, not just an abstract concept. Consider the simple act of applying a moisturizer to your skin. It can be a hurried mechanical process, or it can become a sacred ritual of honoring your vessel. As you apply it, you can do so with an attitude of gratitude and care. You can use it as a moment of body listening, noticing the texture of your skin, paying attention to areas of dryness or sensitivity. You can coordinate your movements with your breath, making it a form of energy cultivation. You can look at the lines on your hands, not as signs of decay, but as a map of a life fully lived, thus embracing cycles. This entire process, performed with intention, creates a state of inner stillness. You have taken a 2-minute action and turned it into a powerful multi-layered meditation. This is how you integrate this wisdom into your life. You don't need to set aside hours for a new complex practice. You begin by transforming the practices you already have. The way you sip your morning tea can become a ritual of warmth and gentle awakening. The way you prepare your food can be a ritual of nourishment. The way you arrange your pillows before sleep can be a ritual of inviting rest. By bringing this sacred quality of attention to the small moments, you begin to change the quality of all your moments. Your life is no longer a series of tasks to be endured, but a string of opportunities to connect with yourself and be fully alive. This is the ultimate form of intimate self-care. It costs nothing. It requires no special equipment. It asks only for your presence. It is the homecoming you have been seeking, discovered not in some distant future, but here and now, in the simplest of your daily acts. These are not 5 separate ideas to be checked off a list. They are facets of one single, luminous truth. The secret to a life of grace, vitality, and deep well-being is not found in a frantic search outside of yourself. It is found in the simple, quiet, and courageous act of turning your awareness inward. It is the reunion of the mind and body, which have been taught to live as strangers. This journey is one of homecoming. It is the discovery that the peace, the acceptance, and the love you have been seeking in the world has been patiently waiting for you right here within the sacred temple of your own being all along. I'm 65 years old, and this message brought me to tears. For decades, I viewed my body as an adversary, something to be disciplined, criticized, and fixed. The idea of body listening instead of body fixing has just shattered a lifetime of conditioning in 10 minutes. The concept of my age being the winter season for my roots to grow deep. I have no words. Thank you. This feels like a permission slip to finally be at peace in my own skin.